This is a 2023 Airstream Basecamp Model 20X. This is a 2023 Airstream Basecamp Model 20X. And my name is Frank with the RV shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And today we're going to do a quick walkthrough and orientation so you can get to know how to use most of this Airstream's major systems. Now here behind this door, right off the bat, we have this little lock to help lock the door back when you have it open so it's not swinging around. You see this little hook. Now when you don't have it hooked to the door, you can set it here in this little holder. Now here on the inside, you have a number of switches here for the different lights. Like so. Now your stove top, your cooktop here, fairly simple, 2-burner. Turn it on, press the little switch here that ignites the propane cooktop. Moving on from there, we have our sink, or I'm sorry, not the sink, the outlet. That's basically USB charging cords and outlets. Then your sink, those are your manuals, and then of course your table that converts into a bed. That pushes down. It's telescoping basically, and you got storage up top. You got a microwave. The refrigerator is a 12-volt refrigerator. There's a little control knob to adjust the temperature. It's got a freezer section up top, the lock assembly. Now the battery is right there, hidden beneath that area right there. You got that is your disconnect switch, that knob right there. That is to disconnect the batteries from the electrical system, like when you're going to put it in storage. Those two red switches are heating elements for the batteries when you're camping in cold weather. And of course your bathroom, it is a wet bath. Powered vent, and of course this is the area that can convert into a bed. Thermostat for the furnace, fairly simple. You just slide that there for your temperature, and then this is where you monitor your tanks, fresh, gray, and black, and then of course your battery. And then that little green indicator is to indicate that your water pump, on-demand water pump, is on. Little rocker switch turns it on or off. And right above that we have our solar charge controller that monitors your solar panel. And then here we have our Suburban water heater. Now this water heater is an on-demand water heater. Basically just turn it on and it will fire automatically anytime hot water is activated. There's the tables. Those go in those little holes. The poles for them are under this storage area right there. Now the poles, as I said, are stored right there. Now when you pull those out, those go in the holes right there. The tables will sit on top of those poles. There's short poles and long poles. The short poles are if you want to set up the bed. The long poles are if you want to utilize the table to eat, or use it as a table. Obviously this is a light. You've got USB chargers back there. And back here, of course, up top, we have our air conditioner. It's got manual controls. This is, of course, a non-ducted air conditioner. And out here we have our propane tanks hidden underneath this cover. You would have to remove this cover to get them filled. There's your changeover valve. You have 2 tanks right there. And you got these little bungee straps that hold this cover closed when the trailer is in motion. This little vent is to vent the battery. Down below we have a storage tube for the sewer hose. Now also here on the side you have this label. This label shows you how much air pressure to run on your tires. I believe that says 80 psi. That's what you should be running on your, how much air pressure you should be running in your tires. Of course this is your short cord, and this is where you dump your tanks. You have a little service light in case you're dumping your tanks at night. Just press the light. Little storage area. Not a lot of storage, but you got a little bit of space there. Exhaust for the furnace. That is your city water connection. It does have a water pressure regulator built right into it. And that is where you add water to the onboard water tank. And this connection is a flush for the onboard water tank. Exhaust for the water heater is right there. And then hot and cold water right there. And down below are your low point drains, and that white spigot is a drain to drain the fresh tank, the water tank, in case you need to drain that. And you've got stabilizer jacks down there. And not to level it, just to stabilize it. Now you just have those in the rear, not in the front. Of course, you have a door in the back of the trailer. Got a little bit of storage down below at the back of the trailer. Also, one quick thing down below is the spare tire. That is where we keep the spare tire on this trailer, right below the A-frame. There is a cotter pin right below the propane tanks that you have to pull that allows you to release the spare tire. Other than that, that is going to bring us to the end of this tour of this Airstream, this 2023 Airstream Basecamp Model 20X. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Again, my name is Frank with the RV Shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.